All right, folks, I'm back with exciting news. Good news, little bad news, more good news. But this is an entirely medical update that I'm sure nobody really cares about. However, it is one of those life points that I want to just document, get down on tape, as they say, and while it's still fresh in the old noggin, and then I can look back on it in decades and laugh and show people what happened. This YouTube channel is my virtual diary. All right, so first medical news, and I wrote the dates down here. First medical news, and somebody might be coming in a minute, so I may have to break this for a second. First medical news, October 16th, 2023, I donated 100 units of blood. I did my 100th donation, something of which I am very proud of. A little bit of fanfare, not a lot of fanfare, but it's just one of those goals. Takes a hell of a long time to do. I started donating when I was like, I don't know, I think they got me in high school. Pretty young, around that time. Started going to the old place on Carling. Many changes since then. Back in the early 90s to now. Many changes. You can go about 5 times a year. 6 if things work out. If you get an early January donation, like January 15th and earlier, maybe you can squeeze 6 donations in a year. If your first donation is like February 3rd, I think you can only do 5. Anyways, got my 100th donation, did it working pretty hard at it, and back in the day you could only donate like 4 times a year. They've increased the number of donations. So also I think there was about 13 years between like 2001 and 2013 where I was traveling. I didn't donate when I was traveling. Living abroad, traveling, and then 2 years after you come back, you can't donate. So, in 30 years, minus 13 years, I did 100 donations. I'm happy. Apparently every donation saves 3 lives or goes to 3 people. There's blood, platelets, white blood cells, or something. Or maybe they just throw it in the garbage. Who knows? I get free cookies at the end of it. Anyways, it's a good thing. The highest form of giving, the greatest form of giving, is that you give something to somebody you don't know who receives it. That's what donating blood is. I don't know who gets it. I don't know what happens to it. It goes off into the ether. Maybe good things happen, maybe they don't. Anyways, very proud of that. Very happy of that. Just something you stick with it and all of a sudden you hit a milestone. Now I'm maybe young enough, although we're getting at an age where things are going awry physically. But maybe I can do another 100. Maybe I can do another 100. If I stay out of tropical countries, maybe I can do another 100. What else? Second news. Last Sunday. It is Sunday today. It is Sunday, November 12th right now. So 1 week ago would have been Sunday, November 9th. I had an appendix taken out this past week. Here's the story. Get it down while it's still hot. Went to bed Sunday night at like 11 o'clock, normal bedtime. Woke up at like 2 a.m. and just this pain across my gut. Just this, felt like I got kicked in the gut, or it felt like I'd eaten way too much. Just felt like I had just gorged myself and my stomach was like gonna explode. So I kind of laid there for like hours. It just came on. Don't know how long it happened. I assume I woke up pretty quickly. Totally fine at 11. Nothing. No stomach problems before. Didn't even eat that much. Had a small dinner because I was lying in bed wondering like what's going on. Didn't eat dinner, didn't have snacks, didn't have anything. So laid in bed and then suddenly felt like I was gorged. Then woke up like 2 o'clock, kind of dozed in and out, bad sleep. Got up at my normal time, like 7 o'clock, with just this heavy gut. Just really heavy gut. Anyways, went about my normal morning business, went out, did some errands. By noon, I was feeling like a lot more lethargic. I was starting to feel achy, like kind of flu was coming on. COVID was my concern. I got to get vaccinated this week. Get vaccinated, everyone. Feeling achy. By like 4 o'clock, I started lying on the couch. Could barely eat any dinner. Lunch was just a bowl of yogurt. Dinner was just a plate of white rice. Feeling shitty. Feeling really shitty. And by 4 o'clock, laying on the couch, just in a kind of haze. Ate some dinner between dinner and 10 o'clock p.m. Just dozed in and out on the couch. Got to bed feeling shitty. Feeling pain, full-on pain. At that point, my mother had already suggested appendicitis. I was thinking something like that. Although COVID was kind of in there too. Next morning, woke up, pain was more. And it's not like, it's a weird pain because it's a manageable pain. I couldn't do anything because of the flu-y stuff, there was some kind of infection I had. Anyways, got myself to the hospital at 9, sat there, pretty empty room, very lucky because the waiting room, like maybe 12 people in the waiting room. Got there at 9, checked in, everything was well. By like 10 o'clock, I was still sitting there. The waiting room had filled up, so I got there at a good time. A couple hours later, maybe by 11:30 or something, I'd been brought back into the halls and maze of halls in the Ottawa Civic Hospital. That did a barrage of tests, saw many doctors, saw many experts, interns. Happy to help the interns. If interns want to come in and test things out on me, I'm always game for that. Anyways, CT scans. By the end of the day, by 10 o'clock, I was on a gurney sitting outside of surgery, getting my appendix out. And then by 11:30, I wake up in the surgery wake up room, and pain was gone. So all day, you're feeling this pain, and it's kind of growing, and like walking is tough, everything is tough, everything, like you're just feeling it's total shit. But it's not like, I didn't have a broken leg. It was kind of like a 4 out of 10. It was a discomfort, moving, twisting, lying on a gurney, twisting and getting up was painful. Flexing my stomach was painful. Crushing, the pain had moved down to this point of my stomach. Anyways, woke up at 11 and gone. Gone. Pain 100% gone. Crazy. I don't know if there's many other medical procedures that are like that, where you wake up and the pain is poof, gone. It's like you feel dumb for having gone in, because it's like, was it that bad? Was I stupid for coming in? Anyways, went to bed. So that was Monday. I stayed home. Tuesday in the hospital. Tuesday 10 p.m. had the surgery. 11:30 woke up. Got my room at this point. Great nurses. Great. No, actually, I got my room like 5 minutes before I went to surgery. They put me in the room. Met my nurse. She filled out some forms. Took my pulse and whatever. Then basically they came down, took me up to the surgery, and 11:30 back in my room. Met my new nurse, because my nurse had changed at 11. My nurse was 24. My new nurse was 24. She had just had it done. Her appendix had just blown up in her gut, because for 3 weeks they couldn't figure out what it was. So I was super lucky. And then released from the hospital like Wednesday at 2 p.m. All I had to do was get up, show I could walk around without pain, show I could get some food in me, show that I could fart. Apparently some kind of paralysis down in those areas is common, so farting shows that sensory things are working and emitting gases that should be emitted. Then back home Wednesday night. Thursday, just totally chilled. Friday, back to normal. I feel good. I mean, so they went in, they put a hole here, a hole here, a hole here. This hole, I believe they put in, blew up my gut. And then the 2 other holes were like clamps and scissors that they clamped the appendix, cut the appendix, pulled it out, stitched it up, pulled out all the 3 holes, and it's no pain. Got to watch out for another week or 2. No physical labor, so I don't get a hernia, but I am so lucky. I am so lucky. And cost me 0. Oh, your taxes, cost through your taxes. Okay, cost something through something, but I walked in and out of there. I didn't walk out with a $30,000 medical bill, which is the average cost of this down in the States. So, and then you have insurance, and then typically insurance will pay for like $25,000. You're still stuck with a $5,000 bill. Anyways, nurses were great, doctors were great. I'm the luckiest guy alive. I know worse is coming. Even at 15 years old, I knew my health was a great gift given to me. I've never taken it for granted, never squandered it. Always tried to keep myself in good shape. Always appreciated it. I know worse is coming. I'm on a train track headed for physical breakdown at some point. But in this case, I dodged a bullet. I'm super lucky. Haven't had a physical in like 8 years. Time to start doing that again. But that's my medical update. I can't believe how good the doctors were. Can't believe how great they were, how happy they were, how positive. Everybody was great. I get it. If you go in the hospital, so when I got to the hospital, the people beside me had, there was an older couple like in their 70s, and they'd been there like 26 hours. The dude had like twisted his knee or something. I get, like, if you're in that situation, you're sitting in a cold emergency room lobby, dude, I get how you freaked out. But when it's life or death, they'll take care of you. And in my situation, you know, super lucky. Anyways, that's my story. This is my update. Hopefully I do a few more of these as things go along. Haven't been doing much video this year. That will be explained. But it's been a pretty good year overall. I certainly cannot complain. I have gotten a lot done. A lot of musical stuff. Less video stuff, more musical stuff. Making a little bit of cash. Making some money. And that's that. We'll get a second update shortly. But for right now, I'm good. I'm healthy. Thanks for watching.